people are benefiting, but they are specifying the directors that this type of construction, we don't want to see it 1 month, hose have been started, water is coming out. It's special material, and it requires special bricks. It requires special cement. I was part of it, taking samples from different cement companies, all whom you know, Namiwa, taking them to laboratory, all failed. So, but for ordinary construction, in all size, we are buying materials locally.
Someone argued to say, look, you see, Mr. Namiwa, we have got the Area 18 interchange. There is serious civil engineering happening there. We are talking about the Bingu National Stadium. Yes. That is local cement. Yes. What's so special with this?
Let me take that one.
Okay, take it here.
Like my colleague has explained, Mr. P, this is a water retaining structure. And water, the pressure in water is no jokes. You know submarine, you know submarines. These are steel structures, ships that sail under the oceans. But they cannot go beyond a certain depth because of the pressure of water. Water is capable of crushing even steel, you know? So the pressure of water is about 0.443 pound per inch. That's not a joke. So now if you take 4 million liters in there, the pressure that is there, it's not a joke. A stadium, a stand of a stadium, or a 10, 20-story building, you can use that cement that is found locally. It's not a problem. But for water retaining structure, you've got to use pure cement that is not blended. The cement that we find here is already blended. So they blend cement and fly ash. Fly ash is a byproduct of burning ethanol. Okay? So for those structures, like the stadium, like any other concrete, you can use that cement. But for water retaining structure, you've got to use pure cement.
Otherwise, as he said, if you don't use a good type of cement, with short period of time, you start seeing these tanks cracks and leaking again.
Pressure.
I will tell you, there will be more noise of this cracks tank leaking than having issues of that. But us as an ISO accredited company, we follow process to check, is it the good quality material? As I said earlier on, if you use poor quality material, don't expect good quality product at the end of the day. So we look in our team to say locally first, as they said, we have done a lot of tests locally and try to see, and if they don't meet the minimum requirements which are required by engineering standards, we cannot use that because they were in Malawi. No, we can't do that. We have to look to say, where can you find this? We do that. Like as he said that these are water retaining structures, we use that. Any other structures which are non-water retaining, we buy locally. We buy locally, but we cannot sacrifice a high risk area to say, let's just use here. No, we can't do that. And I'll tell you, Namiwa, if there are contractors who does not take those procedures and stuff like that, not us. As Khatho Civils, we follow our quality standards better. We value quality more than cost at all. Even if it means bring something outside the country, we can do that to make sure we leave a high quality product for Malawi. That's what we do.
And you see, non-water retaining structures, and we built a lot of them. We've ordered cement from companies like Osiyana. If you go and ask them how many pockets of cement we bought, probably now millions of cement we bought, you know. But people tend to talk about these structures, which are water retaining structures, as if all the cement that we buy in here is imported. No, that's not true. It's only for the water retaining structures that we need specific quality of cement. In terms of non-water retaining structures, we bought millions of bags of cement, and we're using local bricks. We're using sand.
Evidence for that?
Yes, of course.
No, we can even give you. The records are there. We bought millions.
Even
of
better, you go and ask them.
But if you also go to Katengeza, we're doing the brick week.
Yeah, you see,
plenty. Local bricks, local cement.
See how other structures, you see that it's local materials.
of course.
We have
Local materials that are used.
You go see, we will see it.
Okay, thank you.
You were asking about the pipe.
Yes, Ghana. What type of pipe is this? Is it what we call ductor?
This one is mild steel pipes.
Not ductor.
No, it's not ductor.
But in the contract, you said you were using ductor. What happened?
No, it was already amended in the beginning. Yes, it's not a ductor. This is mild steel pipes.
You maybe should come in?
Yes, I can come in here. You see, these are different type of pipes. We in steel, major ones is ductile and mild steel. This mild steel pipe has got a lifespan of more than 100 years. And it's used in most of the water bodies, especially in Africa. I'll tell you, we worked with them in South Africa, in Botswana, you know. So when the then same government, don't forget this project was over around $500 million, they said. And then we said, what can we do to reduce? There is no company in the continent of Africa which produces ductile iron pipe. But mild steel, we have them. There are a lot of companies which produce them in South Africa. The major costs, which we reduced them from around 500 million to almost 300 to around 300 something million, was because of the transport costs of the ductile pipe iron, because they were coming from Turkey, China, Brazil. But in terms of quality, I'll tell you, this is the best pipe. This has been done, and then which we've done. So you know, let's redo analysis, because ductile pipe was specification at the contract level. But then when engaged, because it was causing a big cost to the government of Malawi, but also the cost was because of transportation from the sea, all those, because it's over 120 kilometers. So to have a lot of ships bring that. Then we decided with engineers, not us, in the engineers and the client, then decided to say, how can you reduce cost of this? The major transport cost was because of the ductile iron, which was coming overseas, Brazil, Turkey, and China. And then with that, they then settled for this. But after a rigorous engineering process, it's not like you want to wake up and say, I want to put this. And I'll tell you, this is a mild steel pipe. It's used, it has got a lifespan of more than 100 years. And I'll tell you, the good thing about it, Namiwa, Mr. Simbibiri, the owner of Khatho Civils, is from here, Mchinji. If there's a problem, 10, 20 years, he's here. And he can be told what is going on. But I'll tell you, from the engineering specifications and the strength of this pipe, you can go and research on your own. It has got same lifespan like ductile iron. You know, if there were companies which produce ductile iron locally here, we would have even used it also. It also has got a good pipe, but it's same as this one. But we just cut transport costs.
And that ductile iron uses picket and socket. So you connect this, you weld. With that one that you connect picket and socket, sometimes the joint doesn't work well, and then you have leakages all over the place. You know.
Okay. We did an analysis between April and September. There are 6 accidents that were connected to either your drivers or the vehicles from this company or from the project. Should we say you are paying attention to the welfare of those people that are working for you and those people that are interacting with the project?
Okay, I've got my quality and safety manager. His name is Rulani, is here. He can start answering that. Rulani, you can answer that.
All right. No, thanks for that question. We are very much concerned with such levels of accidents that we have seen in our company, especially during our morning meetings, even recruitment as well. We make sure that we communicate all safety procedures that needs to be followed. All of our drivers, they are communicated to. We even go a step further and ensure that they do not resume work under the influence of alcohol. So once people are outside of our premises or working area, you have different elements that come in. It could either be the environment, it could either be the road, or it could be a human factor that comes in. So unfortunately, they found themselves in accidents, of which I will not really delve much deeper into that, because it's still under the investigation of competent authorities of the police. So yeah, that's that. We on our side, we do what we can to make sure that our drivers, our operators, they are qualified. They follow all the necessary protocols. But like I'm saying, once they're outside, there are many aspects that come in. I'm not sure also how many accidents you've been able to identify outside of these company accidents that you are talking about, those that happen on the national highway.
I think just to add in there, to make it clear to you, Sided, and the public of Malawi in general, I want to make it clear on the point. On our sites where we were working, there was no accident at all or fatality. The accidents you are talking about, these are road accidents, you know. And on these road accidents, they are beyond us as Khatho. And some of the drivers, they are our drivers. Some of the they are public people. This is a road traffic accident. It's not on-site or work-related accident. No, we don't have any fatality. We've recorded ourselves. As far as I'm concerned, we don't have anything. Our safety measures here, they are fine. But if any driver, including myself, if I'm driving from here to Lilongwe, I can make an accident. Everybody can do. You know, that because I'm working for Khatho does not mean that Khatho is now liable for that. Maybe those who are affected, it's really sorry for them. But I'm telling you, like anyway, accident happens. But not because it's a Khatho person or anything. It happens anyway. And those accidents which are happened by some of our drivers somewhere, they are really handled by the traffic authorities. And some of them, they will know who is wrong, who is right. And I don't want to comment about them. But such cases are sub judice. They are within handled by courts and laws, and they are investigating who is right and who is right. But I want to put it on record, as far as our sites are concerned, we don't have any accident or any fatality which we recorded. If there were accident, maybe one is just being on a nail or something. But to say somebody died on our site, I will tell you that with our records and everybody, we don't have something like that. I want to put it clear to you. Yeah.
You are aware of workplace safety and occupation health.
Yes.
I thought you married the two. Because to a certain extent, some argue to say maybe it's a question of that these people, they are not psychologically prepared. We have already mentioned the fact that there seems to be preferential treatment. Maybe the way you're treating drivers from elsewhere and those locals, maybe that was contributing to the increased number of fatalities. As they say, one life lost is one too many.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just to add on that, because I also followed up on issues related to issues of accidents, and some people made mention that maybe the drivers, I'm not sure, they are paid based on the number of trips that they've done in a day or so. So to that effect, they end up overspeeding so that they increase the number of trips that they have undertaken in a given day so that they earn more. I'm not sure how far true is that. But that's some of the issues that come from the communities. I followed up on the issue.
I think before my director answers, let me take advantage. I was director of police traffic and transport for 8 years. One thing which is very special to Khatho, they value safety. They value safety. Not only safety on the project site, but safety of the public as well. Let me report that before even we started construction, there was a need assessment, safety need assessment, which was done. We took people from the Road Authority, people from road traffic, and the police. We went around all the project sites up to the lake. That's why when you come from here, you see as you're approaching every site along the road, there is proper signage. There are rumble surfaces. There are mitigation factors, measures taken. Why Khatho is doing this is to make sure that the public is safe. Not only on one side, but in all sides up to the lake. It is a precautionary measure. That's number one. Number two, we had engaged those in authority, the safety people from traffic, and they come and do seminars talking to these drivers. Not once, not twice. We bring them, we pay them their allowances. Why is Khatho doing that? For the safety of the people on the public. They discuss, they orient, they talk safety measures and principles to these drivers. And anyone who is found a driver, found reckless, is fired. We have lost a lot of people. So we want just to give a picture. Nobody celebrates when there is an accident. No. The first concern is with Khatho. And where that has occurred, it is properly investigated by the proper authority, which is the police. They investigate, and if there is any case, they take it to court. But most of the cases, the factors which cause those accidents, drive this road, you see how pedocyclists move. They hit. Here we had an accident. Someone just started overtaking and hit himself behind our truck. There was no way the driver could. The directors wanted to fire him. It was me to say, but this accident, our driver is not at fault. What could we do now? In those instances, management, they say, help the victims, for them to recover. We take responsibility beyond the company policy, taking care to the hospitals. But if it is funeral, providing for them. We wanted just for you to see how responsible Khatho Civils is. We will not celebrate. And Khatho is still taking measures how best these accidents could reduce. But accidents along this road does not only involve Khatho vehicles. Could have been 2-3 Khatho vehicles, but there are 100 vehicles being involved. But because you are here, we wanted just to give you information. Khatho is very concerned with this and is taking all mitigation measures. He talks to the drivers on daily basis. We bring other stakeholders to talk to our drivers, and we will continue with that. Thank you so much.
And also, just to add, or just to rest assure you, our drivers are on salaries. They don't get paid per trip.
Yeah, that one
They're
is very
just-
clear.
they're
No
just-
competition.
They are
No
not-
competition.
they're just
But even
like
Guazoro, Guti Petrip, no.
The other issue that you mentioned, I think the other issue that you mentioned, that maybe because they feel they're not treated the same, all of our drivers are Malawians.
Exactly.
There's
Yeah.
no South African
No.
driver here.
No.
No.
We cannot import a driver.
No.
That one, no.
No.
Yeah, so I just wanted to let you know that. But besides that, I think a lot has been said. We do engage. You can talk to the local traffic authorities. In September, we had 3 days with them, touring this site, talking to our drivers. So matters of life and death, matters of safety and health, and environment as well, key priority.
What happens in an event that you have made the concrete? It is time sensitive. They have gone beyond the regulated working hours. What happens? Because there are concerns that you don't pay overtime.
Is there anyone who can take it? Or I can take it?
Take it.
Okay. I'll tell you. Those are just the insinuations or just the public item. As far as every employee of Khatho who is working here, we have got our foremen and processes which work with these people. When you are there doing overtime, it's not just only working overtime payment. No. We also look to say, are these people, what time have they worked? Are they still in good condition to keep on working? If they are, they need food first. We provide them food. We provide them lighting to make sure they've got lighting. So as we provide them lighting, we also make sure how many are there. These are the overtime which we have. And then from there, we've got situations where some people want to create artificial overtime where they know this job was supposed to be finished at this time, and then they want to extend it because they know we provide food, we can provide extra money. The contention there is that we then stop to say this work cannot be overtime. It will be continued tomorrow because they know in overtime there's no money. But I'll tell you, as far as we are concerned, anyone with queries of overtime, we've got HR processes which they follow, which they know. They've got their foremen they work with every day, and then they are paid their overtime. As far as concerned, there is no one who is not paid their overtime.
Koyambirira kucha anagamba ko nkhani yona kuti mpanda kuli ukwanamanga anthu akumusi kuti athandizike apeze ntchito. Wanu wafana ndimve company ndi Malawi ngakhale ya South Africa. Kupatula anthu amene amagwira ntchito direct nkulandira ndalama kuchokera ku Khatho kapena project. Anthu amene akuzungulirani amapindulwa yani ife anthu amene amakhuzidwa kuti fumbi titani amasokonezeka pali china chonse chimene mmachita in terms of corporate social responsibility, giving back to the communities.
Yes, plenty.
Plenty, We've got our stakeholder manager here, Mr. Gama. He will tell you about a lot of corporate social responsibility programs we have. And these programs, they vary from the needs of the community. We were talking earlier on the Mafumo. In as much we've got a social corporate responsibility program from Khatho. But before we started, we engaged them. What do they need? Because we cannot provide the solution of the problems we don't know. The problems come from them. They give us various projects, maybe 10 or 20. From there, we prioritize and rank them to say which one is the first and which one is one. But this is here. He will tell you, group Ndima Fumu, they are here. They will tell you that we're discussing such issues. But I will hand over to our stakeholder manager, Mr. Gama, to add on that.
One time the director said Khatho Civils is a Malawian company. It has the heart for the people of Malawi. Apart from the project, it's not starting today. The owner has passion for charity. So a lot has been done. A lot has been done in terms of corporate social responsibility. Schools have been built for Malawians. Hospitals have been built for Malawians. People, vulnerable people, youth, being sponsored not to 500, more than 500, taking them to driving schools. They have nothing to do. Villagers being supplied by fertilizer, farm inputs along the pipeline. 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, I was with DC Salima. He called with his team, 4 directors. What we are looking at is for them to come up with a concept document and bring things which they feel Khatho could come in and help them. There are small things which they normally come. We need fuel, fixing of car, doing this. We want this small help here. We want this structure here. And we are talking to our DC today, said he's coming up with his own concept. Many departments in town which are doing social services to the people, they come, we help them. This is another meeting. We cannot say anything which Khatho has been doing, but every month, a lot of millions are going to people to help them in various fields. So what is important is for the people themselves to identify their problem, and they contact us. Khatho has gone beyond helping people with school fees. We cannot go to the public. We are not interested for the people to know, but to help Malawians to appreciate that this is a Malawian company.
And to be more specific on this project, because I think Mr. Gama has been very general in terms of the activities that we do for corporate social responsibility, but specific. As we drive along, we've sunk boreholes, big boreholes, very expensive boreholes, because as you know, this is highland. So for you to sink a borehole to get water here, we're talking about 200 meters or even deeper. And as we'll be driving along, you'll see the number of boreholes that we've provided for the communities to say, while we're working on the pipeline, while the water is going to come later, but we should provide people immediate water, and already people are benefiting. Yes. And these are things that you see as we drive along. From here all the way to Lifu, you see a lot of that. And sometimes our communities through the DCs and other areas, they've got challenges now. Fuel is a problem. The hospitals don't have fuel. We do provide that. It's not a problem. Mr. Gama would bring a program, we'll approve it, and we do provide fuel to make sure that those hospitals are running, their generators are running. As you know, people in ICU, they need electricity. The fact that we having problems in the country with fuel shouldn't mean that when we are able to, as a company, to provide, we do provide, and we'll continue to do that.
Finally,
just one more addition. Just to add something on what we're doing for the community. So from our medical side, you see we've got those big ambulances that are there. We have an agreement with the clinic that is close to us at Kanyeva and the one at Lifu. So our ambulances pick patients in emergencies at Kanyeva clinic to wherever they want to go, whether it's Doha or it's Salima. The same thing with Lifu. If there is an emergency, a maternity lady or whatever, our ambulances pick patients for free from Lifu to the next hospital. So we are, from the medical side, also helping alongside, doing things for free for the people that are around us.
Finally, for the time being, I know we have another spot. Say something about the lifespan. The books show the project was supposed to be done in 2 years. Where are we? And as you're responding to that, there's another issue of a contentious issue of financing. If you look at the work that you have done on the ground and the money that has been borrowed on behalf of Malawians, by the way, the financing is done through Parliament. It means every Malawian is going to pay back for this project. Tell us about the lifespan. Are we on track? 2 years? And tackle the issue of the finances. So far, how much has been dispersed and what has been the work on the ground?
Okay, I think I'll take that one. You all know that in every project, what is very key to determine the timeline is finances. And I will tell you that this project started in 2016, 2017, and then now the same government of DPP and they saw the need of this project. And then from there, it started already. There were environmental engineering investigations which happened, and then it stopped some time, and then when the previous government of MCP came in, they also picked it up and started, and then now we're in the same government of DPP, of also headed by Professor Peter Mtarika, and they are continuing. And I'll tell you, we all understand that there are fiscal or financial problems in the country, but the governments which are there, and I'll tell you, without being quoted otherwise, that the current leadership, they want the problem of Lilongo water problems to be solved, and they are committed to make sure it's done. So I will tell you that as the finances are coming, and as contractor, we are ready to start anytime and finish off. You also asked the question about to say, from what we have been paid and what is the work on site. I could tell you. I'll just give you in percentage terms because I cannot keep the numbers. So far, we've been paid around 27% on the project. But if you go to our report now, we are more than 35% of the work we have done.
On the ground.
On the ground. Yeah. So I can tell you that we have done more work than what we have been paid to date. And as a contractor, a Malawian contractor, and also as a responsible company, we know the challenges which are met on the way, and we know the government of today, they also come and assist to make sure that we are properly paid in time so that the project timelines are not compromised. As long as we are paid in time, and also the project timelines will even do them before the 2 years. But if the payments are delayed and there is not enough forex on the project, then it will take longer than what we have put in. That one I cannot commit to say within 2 years I will do it. But if the resources, which I know the commitment of the current government, they are, we are saying 2 years, it will be less than 2 years. The resources they will avail, end of time will come through, and will finish the project. Because the current leadership, they are really concerned about the water issues in the long run, and they want to resolve them. I'll tell you that.
Some people, when they look at such structures, they fear it might end up being a white elephant at the time when we are experiencing an unprecedented water crisis in the long. Assuming all factors being equal, if it were done by last year, what would you say about availability of water in the city of Lilongwe?
Yeah. I'm not clear about the question. Can you repeat your question?
As we are standing here,
yes,
there's a serious water problems in the city.
Yes, yes.
Now, assuming it were done last year,
when you say it were done, what do you
this
mean?
project was completed as of last year.
All right, okay.
Because some people say, you see, we have had instances where we have beautiful plans on the paper, but you end up having this, you just end up to be playing areas for children.
Yes, yes.
Is this project really going to address the water shortage in the city?
Definitely. Without
in terms of the project starting, should have started earlier. I mean, we wanted to start a long time ago with the project, but we were only able to start this year because of availability of funding and things of that nature. So in terms of the project finishing earlier than it would have now, we would have loved to have done that, but unfortunately, this is the time that we get to start the project. But I think the project will definitely address the water shortages, without a doubt. I mean, you were just told that each tank is holding millions of liters of water, so it will definitely address that.
The doubt is coming in with the dragging. Huh? We are starting from, is it 2016? We're almost 10 years down the line.
Yes.
Should we believe that one day we're going to see the fruits from this project?
I'll tell.
Dragging had nothing to do.
I will tell you. I also eat from what he says. The current government, they are really committed. I'll tell you. This time next year, we'll talk a different story. They will provide resources, and they will make sure they support this project to make sure that they complete it. Don't forget, these are the same government which conceptualized this project, and they know the need and demand analysis for the water for Lilongwe and the Greater Lilongwe. So they will make sure it's done. I'll tell you that. Of course, I'll tell you that those are the previous problems. I will not want to delve into it, but I'll tell you, this water project is the only one which can then end the water problems in Lilongwe. They did analysis of different catchment areas, let's say from Kamuzu Dam, and the other dam is what? Ndiomwe and all that. But the lake is the most reliable one. Even if it doesn't rain for 5-10 years, we still have our way for water. And that will boost economic activities in Lilongwe. And I'll tell you, you will talk to me now. This is the 11th of November 2025. Let's talk on the 11th of November 2026, with the commitment and support of the current government, also we'll see where we will be.
I wanted that. Mr. Kondo and Mr. Gama.
Yes.
Ndibafuna ndifuse pano kuti izi zikuoneka chonchi. Yati koma anthu akayang'ana kumene yambira project iyi akutakuona zitasanduka mosewerera ana izi. Because tiyamba 2016. Yati pamene ukutauni kumazi kulibe, mizi mazi mulibe. Ndizoona kuti anthu azamwadi mazi kuchokera umupi wose tikoza kukhala pano pa mapanga. Tinkhani sina yambetera. Ndibafuna pamenepo musindike pamenepo. Ino
Ndagama.
Choyamba project inayambika di 2016. Koma 2016 ijana kuti project yayambika ambapaka ma designs chanchani zonse zachitika zimene zija. Koma kuti ntchito iyambike kwenikweni ndi chaka chinocho. Ndiye tikaona komwe madzi akuchokera ndi ku Lake Malawi. Lake Malawi ndi nyanja yakalekale. 4 million years lake ilipo. Pele kuja madzi sangathe. Kusiyana ndi madamu. Madamu mati ngati sigwa mvula ndikuti madzi sapezeka. Koma komwe totenga madziko kunyanja. Maziwa all 4 million years ago madzi analipo. Madzi azapitirira kukhalapo. Pano ziko linoti ndi program chatimanya kuti 2063. Program mabwino kwambiri. Koma program imene ija opanda madzi. Ukapita mulilongo kulowa mu hotel, uzuka mama peza kuti usigule madzi, peza kuti madzi palibe. Iyi ndi project yoti we are sure kuti madzi alipo kunyanja ambiri. Ndiye pano ndikusimikizana sipazakhala poserera naye. Pano madzi akubwera kutano kuti uko. Ikamafika 2027 kuyambirirako madzi atakafika pano.
Ndingongole tu. Agama. Zona ndi muzadusa mazumu anazapita akamwa madzi kuliro.
Komanso mmene ma directors akusimikizirani amakuchitani challenge kuti next year this time. Mwinaso before that first phase yakulifika pakatengeza. The plan ndiyo kuti madzi achitidwe distributed modes. Muzabweranso kukamwa madzi omwewa. Mukamwera kupamvera, mukamwera pa Jezi, mukamwera pa Salima Boma. Isana kwane so chaka chomwe cha mawachi.
You want to break, eh? I'll tell you, Bwana Namiwa, as you said, maybe there are some of your members who you came with, they also want to interact. As we are saying this conversation, this is an opportunity to clear the air. You know, you are you're a public representative, and a lot of things come to you. And some of them, they don't have bases, they are just talking. These are what we call chatters in the public. But here, as far as engineering concerned, we're here to take this opportunity to clarify all the issues, to remove a fiction to reality, and then explain to you in the common language what's happening here, you know. So before maybe we break and bring other people, maybe there are also other colleagues from you who want to ask some questions, or Ashina, this is the time to interact. Yeah, all the questions we have, we are here.
Omega will be interested in Kani Yamata, Kani internship. And Wakudandaula Akapanga apply internship. Sagulembedwa. Kuma kudaba kuda ntoma kwira ntchito. Ndiye anthu amene matenga kuti popeza ma internship apanga apply ma application malandira. You have got a document somewhere. What is happening?
I will tell you that. I don't want to ask you about anything. We've got one guy here. What's your name, by the way? Yeah, this guy, he started as an intern.
Yeah.
He's an intern. Come through, come closer. Is that an intern? Engineer. He's now an engineer. We confirmed him some few weeks ago. And he's a hard-working Malawian. And then we've got more than 50 interns here on site, on the group here, which we are bringing in. Some they go and come in, they go. So we are telling you, we really take. But we cannot take the whole country. I'll tell you that. We take it, we have them. But we cannot take the whole country. We can absorb as much interns as we can. And then we do that. And I'll tell you, as we were discussed earlier on, this is the first phase of project. Each and every project has got different phases and different gears. We just started on gear number 1. As we now go into the pipeline, we have more works to be done. In there, we then absorb more interns. And then time, maybe those you know might also be now coming incorporated. For now, we have a lot of them. You might not know them, but I'll tell you, here's a clear example that as far as the company concerned, we took him as an intern. It's not only one, there are a lot of them. And then we then identify them that, these interns, it's not about only qualifications. It's about also attitude. They've assimilated themselves in our working culture. They know how work we do. They understand the time we start, what we expect we do. We recently promoted him from intern now to a junior engineer. He's working on site and he's doing very well. And it's a number of them we have here, I'll tell you. So in terms of interns, we have them. And we also work together with our Salima Leongo Water Company to also integrate different interns in from different areas, and let me say from different fields. Because we're an engineering company, we've got interns for civil engineering, quantity surveying, electrical, and different fields, you know. And then we bring them from those who have finished university degrees, and then we absorb them in. And then I'll tell you, there are some interns we take from some universities which are still at work. Maybe they are just still on holidays. We then bring them in for them to integrate theory to practice. He will tell you, our public relations officer, Daniel Mabawa. We have brought in from which universities?
From Polytechnic
Mubas, yeah, and Bunda. We've brought them here. Yeah. They've come to take in, and we educated them that this is what you call material science. This is what we do here. All the processes we do that. And I'll tell you, a lot of people are also welcome to come and learn that and understand that.
They're welcome, but then I'm saying you don't advertise. How do they know that there's an opportunity? Because there's an allegation that you just get these people from Command in Chinji.
No. I'll tell you, we've got a lot of people here. Where are you from, Jif?
Me, I'm from Jif.
Yeah, I'll tell you, where's another one. Where are you from, Jif? From Mangochi. These are just some few we have. None of them has got from Chinji. You know, I'll tell you. We have got a lot of people from Malawi, I'm telling you. There are people who want to embellish, who want to make a small matter a big matter. You know, there might be 1 or 2 people from Chinji Onkoma. That because we come from Chinji Onkoma does not mean we will now come and take our village and employ them here. No, that's not true. We have got, yes, different from here. This sample we have, there's no one from Chinji here, there's no one from Nkoma. I'll tell you, from all this group of employees we have here. So I'll tell you to record here, that's not true. Any other issues before we take a break, and we'll continue to the next stage where we then interact with the media for more questions? Yeah. There's anything we can break, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.